Hi, welcome to Triple D. This is Swahili language. This lesson will begin with an introduction, and it consists of basic prefixes, vowels, the alphabet with two-letter combinations that are pronounced in common with English, and the two-letter combinations that are only found in Kiswahili. And to conclude the lesson, we'll end with the pronunciation of consonants. By the end of this lesson, you will gain a general understanding of how to use common prefixes and to convey the meaning by using the prefixes that are provided in this lesson. You should also have a clear understanding of the phonics in Swahili, and you will also be able to better pronounce the unique alphabet consonants that are in Kiswahili. Before starting with the lesson, I would like to recommend that you have a pen and paper ready to complete the activities. When I introduce a word in Swahili, I will pronounce it slowly by syllable and I will provide the meaning. Then I will repeat the word how it is said as a native speaker. After that, the word will only be pronounced in Swahili. For example, vo-ka-li equal vowels, vocali. So you will see it's in red, and from now on I'll just mention the vocali and you see equal to vowels. Listen carefully to the words that are pronounced in Swahili. You could either pause the video or repeat as many times as needed until you feel comfortable. Haraka, haraka, haina baraka. Haraka, haraka, haina baraka means don't rush, take your time. But this is not a word-for-word translation because the rules in English and Swahili are different, and we'll further discuss this in future lessons. Haraka, haraka, haina baraka is in red. The prefixes that are in red, ki, and wa, is to indicate a thing, an individual, and more than one person. In Swahili, the prefix ki is used to denote an inanimate object. Likewise, the prefix which sounds like the M in the word move, is to represent a person, while wa is used for a group of people. The table below represents the prefixes in their respective order. Nzuri means good, nzuri. Kizuri indicates that an item is good. Mzuri, a good person. Wazuri means more than one person is good or good people. In a previous introduction video, I've mentioned that the prefix ki is used when naming a language. The prefix is used when referring to a person who speaks a language in general. And the prefix wa is used to represent a group of people speaking the language. The following table shows an example of how to add prefixes. Swahili as a language will be called Kiswahili. For a person speaking Swahili, it changes to Mswahili. And more than one person speaks Swahili, it will then be called Waswahili. English, Kiingereza, Mwingereza, and Waingereza. Same thing with French, Kifaransa, Mfaransa, Wafaransa. I recommend you complete the remaining 3 languages, Chinese, Japanese, and Arabic, by adding the prefixes. You can pause the video to complete this activity. In Swahili, there is no prefixes to specify one or more animals. For example, paka means cat is in red, but it could also mean more than one cat. But when referring to animals or insects non-specifically, the prefix and wa is used. For instance, animal means mnyama, mnyama. Animals, wanyama, wanyama. Or insect, mdudu, insects, wadudu. In my earlier video, I've made mention of the fact that Kiswahili uses the English alphabets as a script, and there is no words that use the letters Q, X, and C. C is always used in combination with H, as in CH, church. There are 5 vocali in Swahili, sounds A, E, I, O, U, as you could see in the last sentence in red. A, E, I, O, U. A, as, angalia, angalia means look. E, endelea, endelea means continue. I, imba means sing. O, ogelea, ogelea means swim. U, uwa, uwa. It could be either kill as well. It means flower. This is the table, shows the vocali and the words. The consonants that are in red are pronounced the same as in English. Using the same rules as used in vocali, each consonant can be pronounced the same way. For instance, using the table, B as the first consonant can be said like this: ba, be, bi, bo, bu. And likewise, D as in the second row will be pronounced da, de, di, do, do, and so on. Feel free to pause the video and practice the rest of the consonants by adding vocali. Kumbuka, haraka haraka haina baraka. What about G and J? The reason for not including the consonants G and J in the slide before is because there is some subtle variation between Swahili and English concerning the consonants G and J. G will always sound like the G as in good and not like the name George. The J could easily be mistaken for the sound Y to the untrained ear. For this reason, I have chosen to separate these letters for further study. I will always remind you of this phrase throughout the lesson: haraka haraka, haina baraka. Probably you're wondering why there is an image of an open mouth on the screen. However, in the next slide, I'll be teaching you how to pronounce J. When pronouncing the letter J, the whole tongue must touch the palate, and only the middle of the tongue should detach from the palate while pronouncing J. The table below shows an example on how to pronounce J with an addition of vocali. For example, ya, na, yana means yesterday. Ye, nga, yenga means build. Yi, yi, means city. Yogo, yogo means a rooster. Yuzi, yuzi means the day before yesterday. The table shows the two-letter combinations that exist in Swahili. The second column displays how it sounds in English, and the third column represents Swahili words using the two-letter combinations in the first column. So we start with the CH as in church, and the Swahili word start with CH could be chakula. Chakula means food. The second row, DH as in that in English, and Swahili, dhahabu. Dhahabu means gold. SH sound as in shoe. Shule. Shule means school. TH as in think. Thamani. Thamani means value. NG as in sing. Ngozi, leather. Ngozi. In this slide, the next two letter combinations that is only found in Swahili are MB as in Simba, which is in red, ND, NG with an apostrophe, NJ, and NY. I'll be explaining these combinations in the following slides. Pronouncing ND as in ND in end with more of a stress on the tongue. The tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth while pronouncing N. When detaching the tongue from the roof of the mouth, pronounced D. Ndiyo. Ndiyo in red means yes. Try again. Ndiyo. I want to recall, as I mentioned earlier, in relation to NG, as in sing, ongozi, which means leather in Swahili. So I want to note the difference between NG and NG with an apostrophe. Both sounds are similar, but one is more nasal than the other. So NG sounds as sing ongozi, but by just adding an apostrophe on NG, it becomes more nasal with a different sound, nga, as nga in sing. Pronouncing NG with an apostrophe, the back of the tongue touches the back of the palate. Example, ngombe. Ngombe means cow. Now let's look at NJ. First pronounce N, then J as in John in English. Again, notice the difference between J by itself and NJ in combination. I mentioned before, J by itself sounds like Y to the untrained ear because of tongue positioning in the mouth when pronouncing. Example, yana. Yana means yesterday. Now let's look at a combination of NJ, which is in red. Njo. Njo means come. And last but not least, pronouncing NY. The tip of the tongue must touch the back of the bottom teeth. The sides of the tongue must also be placed between the back teeth, preferably the upper and lower molars as if you are biting the tongue. Now let's look. Try. Nyama. Nyama means meat, is in red. Again, try. Position your tongue as if you're biting the side of your tongues and the tip at the back of the bottom teeth. Now say with me. Nyama. Nyama means meat. Lesson 2 will be Swahili greetings and kwaheri for now. Bye.